Greetings, Eric back, a naturopath. Thank you for coming back to my channel. I get questions, as you can imagine. Questions all the time. Some questions are good, some a bit funny, some intelligent, some, well, let's leave it there. This is one I get all the time. Can you eat beans on the Candida cleanse? So if you've got Candida, can you eat beans? Well, I just spent 5-10 minutes on Google and I found some interesting stuff. I found lots of parrots out there like I usually do, you know, like sites that copy other sites and regurgitate the same information. Parrots are good at regurgitating, I've got one, but they're also good at listening and then saying the same stuff. My parrot will say stuff over and again, stuff that I tell it. It repeats it. I'll repeat it to my wife, repeat it to my daughter, and lots of people are like that on Google. They go to social media, they just go blah, 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 what they've read. So, point I'm making here is, don't believe a lot of stuff that you read online because it's junk, okay? It really is. And a very interesting site of a doctor who will remain nameless said, avoid all beans on Candida diet. You must go through a strict 3-week detoxification before you can reintroduce those foods. How the hell does that person know what your microbiome is like? How does that person even know you've got Candida to start with? Now remember, if you've been watching my channel, you'll know that over half the people I see who swear they have Candida, in fact, have got no yeast problem in their gut at all. They've got a problem with the lack of beneficial bacteria, or they'll have a problem with an overgrowth of bacteria in the small bowel or in the colon in different areas. They could around the ileocecal valve have bacteria there. They could have gingivitis, putting bacteria in their throat, in their gut. There could be all kinds of things going on. All right? That's what I want you to bear in mind. A, we don't know if you've got Candida or not. And B, we don't know how the beans are going to react in your gut or not. So to make a blanket statement that everybody with Candida, assuming you've got it, needs to avoid beans is a dumb statement. It's not based on any fact. It's supposition. All right? We've all got opinions. And, you know, think carefully about this. Lots of people I see can perfectly tolerate azuki beans, chickpeas, pinto beans, black-eyed beans, many different types of beans when they've got a dodgy stomach or if the stomach's not too good. So how do you work around, you know, a poor digestion in beans? Well, to start with, you need to understand how to prepare beans properly. And I don't mean just get a can of baked beans from, you know, Heinz from Costco's where to open it up and then eat it like a can of spaghetti like Popeye does. It doesn't work like that, right? Get really good quality beans from your organic shop, soak them, prepare them properly, go to Google and look how to prepare legumes and beans properly. Cook them properly, start with a very small amount, and generally you'll get away with it. It all depends on the state of your gut bacteria. That's the point I'm trying to make. And because no two people have the same microbiome, no two people are going to react to chickpeas or, you know, azuki beans alike. Some patients I see perfectly tolerate beans with Candida, even with diagnosed Candida. Other people can't tolerate any legumes whatsoever in their diet with Candida. And there's a lot of in between. And a 3-week avoidance and then you can introduce it, get out of here. How can your gut in 21 days all of a sudden go from a state where it's crapped out on Candida to accepting an introduction on a bean that was aggravating you previously? That doesn't make sense to me at all. That's just madness. So what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is, if you're eating beans currently and you've got a lot of gas and bloating, back off, okay? See if they were the culprit. If you reduce, obviously, those beans and they were causing a problem, there'll be some type of improvement in a GI symptom. If you're currently not eating beans and you would like to, and your gut is very bad, you may want to wait a little while and then do a small introduction, and I mean a small, maybe a tablespoon, for example, of chickpeas or azuki beans that are well prepared and well cooked, okay, and maybe blended with other foods, with some vegetables or some seeds or things like that, and you chew them very, very well, and you're likely not going to have a problem. I don't fall for the hype, folks. I've heard it all before. There are so many experts out there. The only expert with your gut is you. Think about it. It's trial and error. Watch out for the bean police. Thanks for tuning in.